Okay, so I don't know if you can hear the rain. It's not raining as hard as it was earlier, but it's actually been raining a lot the past couple days. There was a bit of flooding yesterday. But I can't even say today's Thursday. It's Wednesday. I think I am going to release this tomorrow, but I'm going to be out of town Thursday, so I figured let me just try to go ahead and do this on Wednesday. So I think today is the 24th and tomorrow is supposed to be the 25th. So let me get into the week, and then since next week will be the last Thursday in June, a bit of June in review. So I have to start with something that I think happened yesterday, if not the day before. I think it was Sonic's 35th anniversary. So number one, happy birthday to Sonic the Hedgehog. Number two, I realized, yeah, Sonic 06 was 20 years ago. Or like, yeah, 2006, 2026, that makes sense. But it was just that, it's been 20 years? Really? Like that one hit me. But also, you know who I saw schmoozing with the Hedgehog at the Hedgehog's birthday? Freaking Monokuma. So about a month ago, there was a thing like how it's Pac-Man's anniversary, and I see a picture of like a Pac-Man, like someone dressed in a Pac-Man costume, hanging out with someone dressed in a Monokuma costume. Like, dang, Monokuma's schmoozing. And then at the Sonic's 35th, same thing. And like apparently there were other mascots there, so Monokuma's also friends with Morgana from Persona. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Monokuma's collecting mascot buddies like Infinity Stones. I'm like, okay. A few years ago, Monokuma in Smash Bros. Felt like a pipe dream. Like, this could happen. I could see it. I'm not holding my breath. And after this, I'm like, okay, Monokuma's like officially a mascot. I mean, Monokuma is a very mascot kind of character. And is very clearly the mascot of the Danganronpa franchise, but is now like this is a very recognizable character. And I'm getting to the point where I think I would be actually kind of surprised if Monokuma does not show up in the next Smash Brothers. Again, whether that is, here's Ultimate Deluxe and some couple new people in the base roster and then some DLC, or it's, here's a completely reworked game. I am genuinely expecting Upu Bear to show up, and as I've said before, I think Monokuma has an incredible potential for a moveset. I am tempted to just do, sorry, I just scratched my face. I am tempted to do a video just on like what Monokuma's moveset could be. Don't know if I really want to do that, but I might. I will at least say this. I think Monokuma has a really funny grab. I don't know, I think this would probably be the down grab. Would just be like the little animation when he's about to execute someone where he just drags them. Like the down grab is just, you drag someone for a bit and then they either lay down like the way after Snake's grab, or, you just boop, 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 and then they kind of bounce or something. I don't know. But I think that would be funny. But I wanted to get that out of the way because I didn't write that down. That happened after I wrote down my notes. But the other notes just for the week. Number one, I have been playing Smash. It's been on the mind. It's been fun. I've been playing with Clay and Jose, and yeah, I really enjoy it. I did play Fate Samurai Remnant for a while, but I did officially drop it. About a week ago, I was playing it, and I'm like, I think I'm getting to that point. I don't know if I really want to play this game anymore. And then I got to play as Musashi for a bit. I'm like, okay, you got me. Like, Musashi's my girl. I'm enjoying this. Getting to play as another servant and getting an actual noble phantasm this time. Like, this is cool. This is the kind of shit I wanted in the game. Here we go. And then I did a side mission where I got to play as Archer. I'm like, okay, Archer's pretty fun. This is neat. This is what I wanted, game. And then I had a few play sessions, and essentially what I realized is thus. Number one, the whole like mini-game thing of, well, you gotta connect to the ley lines and do all this. I just don't find it that fun or that interesting. It just feels like we added a mechanic to have another mechanic. And I don't want to say like it doesn't feel like it was thought out or anything. It's just, It feels like... Okay, something I remember saying about Kirby Air Riders, in a good way, is it just feels like there is a lot of game here, and any idea they wanted to throw in, they just kind of did. And with the little bit I played of that game, I actually think it's pretty dang fun. And it's like, look, there's stuff in here I will probably never play with, but it's neat that it's here. And this kind of feels like that, where it's, okay, like, here's another mechanic that we thought of and something we wanted to do to, you know, maybe spice things up or, like, change up gameplay every now and then. But for me, it just feels like... This just feels like extra bullshit I have to do to get to the stuff I would actually be interested in doing. Because I don't think it's that fun, and then when I'm actually forced to... When I'm forced to fight enemies in this action game, I don't look forward to it. I kind of dread it, like, oh no, more of this. We'll get to that. I think number one was, like, I don't really like this mechanic. Thing number two was I did a couple side quests. Like, there was a thing I did for Gilgamesh, and I'm so happy he's here. And a thing I did for Ryder, like for Tamamo Ryder, Arya. And what I realized is just... I've done 2 side quests, which was just run to a place, talk to someone, then realize, oh, I actually got to go somewhere else, and then somewhere else. I had to go talk to like 4 or 5 different people, do a random fight, and then I was done. This felt really aimless and time-consuming, and not in a way that felt fun or interesting, just like, hey, go on a wild goose chase for a bit, and now you can be done. I don't like that. I mean, that's not awful, I guess. Sometimes that's just what side quests are, which is why... It's the kind of game that reminds me of why I don't often do side quests. Like, yeah, this wasn't that fun or that interesting. It just felt like shit that was on my plate, and I thought I should do it, and I did, and I don't really feel that rewarded for it. But number 3, which was the big thing, is me just realizing how much I don't enjoy combat. And in an action game, that is a death knell. Like, I was doing a thing where it's like, oh, hey, I gotta go to this place. Okay, cool. Whoa, you don't have a permit. Go talk to this guy. So I talk to this guy, like, well, blah, blah, blah. You need to collect some bullshit. So I go to, like, all right, I gotta collect 3 things. And every time I go to collect one, I have to do a fight. And I realized, oh, no, I have to do a fight every time. And it was me realizing just how much I genuinely dreaded having to play the game I was playing. Made me realize it wasn't worth it. And the sad part is, I've been enjoying the Grail War element of this, the Holy Moon Ritual, or Waxing Moon Ritual, I think is what they call it here. And I realized, if this were a VN, I would read the shit out of it. If this gets adapted, I will certainly watch it. I just don't really want to play it, so I've dropped it. I don't know officially what my next project is gonna be. I think I want to read Psychonia, but I also... Okay, so here's the whole big thing with that. This Sunday was Father's Day, so it was the 3rd Sunday in June, which also means it's Watanagashi. Shout out to, like, Higurashi. I love that series so much. I love the anime so much. I have not read the VN. It's something I've been wanting to read for a long time. And before I started playing Fate SR, I was like, maybe I need to read Higgs this time. Because I say every year, I'm going to get into One Piece, I'm going to get into Gundam, and I'm going to read Higurashi. Those are like the 3 things I say to myself. I've given up on One Piece because I'm just like, look, I'm still not doing it. Gundam I started doing last year, and there's still a lot to watch. I haven't watched nearly as much as I wanted to this year, but that's still like an ongoing thing. Still need to read Higgs. But I looked into it, I'm like, okay, so how long is Onikakushi? It's like 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that. That sounds good. It's 13 hours. Damn, like, I had no idea it was that long, and that's just the first episode. Oh, gosh. This is like Umineko, where, like, every part is just that long. I think except episode 4. Episode 4 is, like, notably shorter. Like, okay, I mean, that makes sense, but... boy, that is a lot. Because I also say, if I'm going to read Higurashi, it's either going to be in June, because that's when the story takes place, or in October, because, horror month. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna play Fate instead. Well, now I dropped it. Watanagashi just happened, so it feels kind of relevant. And a new Higurashi anime project just got announced, so it's super relevant. And, like, all we really saw is that new artwork of Rena, and she looks really good. Because I wasn't crazy about the Go art style. I thought it looked a little too cutesy, which with Higurashi kind of works in terms of the horror. Like, I can see it, but I also hated Go. I didn't even watch the second season of it. I hated what they did with Satoko's character so fucking much. And I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is going to be a remake, like a more VN faithful adaptation. If this is going to be, if they're going to continue Outbreak, because I think that was an OVA and I really liked it and it only got one episode. Like, I would love to watch another one of this. This was cool as heck. If it's going to be like that, if it's going to be something along those lines where it's just, here's a completely original arc that is not meant to be a sequel. Like, here's just another loop that could have happened. I guess another loop that did happen. We've just never seen it before. Because that would be fine. Or if it is supposed to be another continuation, like if it's a sequel to Go, or it's like, well, here's another idea for a sequel. That's just not what Go was. Like, I don't know. They haven't said yet. My guess is it's probably a more VN faithful adaptation. But it's on the brain, so I'm like, maybe I just gotta read Higgs. And it's gonna go into June, and like, excuse me, it's gonna go into July and probably beyond that. I think that's okay, as long as I start it in June. But then it made me think, I've watched the anime, and I love it. It's one of my all-time favorites. And I read Umineko. I read a combination of the VN and the manga. Maybe I could just read the Higurashi manga. Like, that might be acceptable, I don't know. But, I'm like, okay, I know Higgs, I know Sea Cats. What about Psychonia? I know almost nothing about it. And I know it's still in progress. It's not finished yet, but I have been wanting to read it, and I looked into it earlier this morning. I'm like, oh, apparently a couple years ago, Ryukishi had said, I don't know if I even want to continue the story anymore. I think what I had seen was something along the lines of, I don't want to continue writing a story that glorifies war. So it's indefinitely suspended. I don't know if it's full on, if it's canceled, if it's going to be reworked. But that makes me go from, okay, well, let's go and get into Psychonia. I know it's not done yet, but, you know, I can actually be caught up on one of these series too. I'm going to get caught up on something that's never going to get continued. I don't want to do that. So I don't really know what my next, like, game/VN project is going to be. That's, there's a pin in there, and I don't know when that pin is getting taken out. So some other things. I did watch Toy Story 5 over the weekend. I will fully admit, I was very hesitant going into the movie. I wasn't like, man, I can't wait to see it. I kind of kept forgetting it was coming out, and every time I saw an ad, I was like, I feel no excitement. I don't think it's gonna be that good. I want to be wrong so bad, but I don't know. And I was very wrong. The movie's great. I loved it. I cried thrice. 10 out of 10, no notes. Like, there's some notes, but I loved it. Also, finally saw the Zombieland Saga movie. And for better or for worse, I'm going to say for better and for worse, but mostly for better. Like, probably 90 to 95% for better. This movie is exactly what I thought it would be when I saw the very end of season 2. And like, part of me just wants to say what it is. Part of me doesn't want to spoil it. If you have never watched the second season of Zombieland Saga and don't know the plot of the movie. But it's like, when I saw that and saw, okay, the next thing is going to be a movie, it basically gave me exactly what I wanted. I will do a video on it at some point. Like, I wrote my notes Oh my gosh, this was awesome. It was so dumb in the best possible way, in the exact ways I wanted it to be dumb. I was laughing. Oh gosh, there's one scene, without going far into details, there is a chase scene when they're in their van. I was laughing so hard during that scene. Or there's a scene where they're like slowly walking through fire, and it goes from like this really badass hype moment to fucking hysterical. Oh, it's just like chef's kiss. Like, this is exactly what a Zombieland Saga movie should be, and I loved it. Brothers Karamazov, I keep not reading as much as I should, but I have been reading some. I think I'm officially on part 2, which I think is book 4. Is it book 4 or book 5? It's somewhere in that range. There is a lot of book left. I have like 800 something pages, I think. But I have been making some like slow, steady progress. I am hoping these next few days when I'm out of town, I can, kind of spend a lot of time reading more. We'll see if I actually do that or not, but hopefully. I didn't write down 30 Rock on this list at all, which is weird and stupid. I finished season 2 yesterday. I really love this show. I think it's great. Because there is a non-zero chance that these next couple days are like, well, I'm out of town, I can read, and I might also go, we got Peacock up here, so season 3. Oh, I've been laughing really hard. So some of my favorite jokes in season 2, we've got the therapy session with Jack and Tracy. We have Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. I freaking love Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. We've had, I think my favorite joke in season 2, it was just the whole Midnight Train to Georgia sequence. And that song has been stuck in my head the past couple days, and that's a great song anyways. There was the whole bit with, Pete getting his hands stuck in the vending machine. I laughed so hard last night when I got to the scene in which I don't remember the name of the other page, like the guy that really hates Kenneth. But when Pete shoots him in the ankle with an arrow, and the dude is like screaming bloody murder, and Pete just looks at Kenneth and says something like, "Fly, Kenneth." And then you get the whole like Olympic sequence. Oh gosh, it was the episode before that. Maybe it was the same episode where Tracy is like making up his porn game, and they like frame it like Amadeus, where yeah, I think it is the previous episode where Spachemin comes in, he's like wearing the big flowing cape. Oh my goodness, it's been so freaking funny. I'm loving it. Shout out McDonald's, I guess. I used them when they're old catchphrases. Oh, sorry, I was like, what the hell does that say? Oh, it says Giannis got traded. Yeah, Giannis finally got traded. I'm like, okay. It's really funny because I'm like, all right, the NBA Finals just happened. Congrats to the Knicks. I don't have to think about basketball for a while. And then almost like a week later, if not 2 weeks or so, like, okay, well, now it's time for trades. Now it's time for the draft. Giannis finally got traded. He's going to Miami. Like, oh, shit, like, already? I'm also just so used to football where, okay, the season ends in February, and then you've got about a month till free agency. Like, you're going to hear your rumors, but you have about a month till free agency, and then another month and a half or so until the draft. NBA moves so quick. Because, I mean, the season starts, in October, I think? So, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I always just forget how little downtime there is in between the end of the finals and the start of the next season. And I've been able to do a little bit of orichalcum writing. I know I'm supposed to get into Severance and do the prologue. I've had that on my list. But I wanted to write the orichalcum prologue, and I did. And there's maybe something that's only a tweak with it, but I'm kind of more or less happy right now. So I started writing chapter 1, or like Yeah, it'd be like the first character-centric chapter, which is starting with Athena, and I've been writing a little bit of that, and I am enjoying it. So June in review, the NBA Finals, were the conference finals in June, or were they in May? That I don't remember. That maybe was in May? Or, sorry, I meant to say that was maybe in June, but I think it was the end of May, or it might have kind of bled over into June. But at the very least, the finals, and I guess starting the off-season. Finished Isla. Trying to start Orcal. Reading Brothers K, slowly, but doing it. In terms of music, oh yeah, I didn't say anything about Taylor Swift. Oops. I finished, Speak Now, and I think about halfway through Red. So in terms of music, was all of Monsters and Men, which I really liked the first 2 albums. That was, I don't remember the names now. Beneath the Skin, I think was album 2. I don't remember the name of the first album, but I liked them both. Didn't care for Fever Dream, and I liked Mouse Parade. With the Swizzler. The debut album I thought was solid, and I enjoyed it. Love Me Some Fearless. I think I'm a bit more mixed on Speak Now, but I liked it. I had a lot of notes for it, where I was like, okay, these songs all feel really similar. Not in a bad way, where I'm like, she's just writing the same thing every time, where I'm like, okay, these all feel like very strongly thematically connected. This song I want to talk about for a bit. This song I want to talk about for a bit. Mean is hilarious, and I freaking love this song. It's arguably my favorite so far. I'm like, I still really love Love Story and You Belong With Me, but I'm sorry, Mean is great. I think it's amazing. And I'm enjoying Red, but I don't think I love Red. I think for me, it's like, I remember the singles. I'm not as familiar with 22, but I know I'd heard it before, but I heard Trouble a lot on the radio, and I heard We're Never Ever Getting Back Together a lot on the radio. And I remember when that song came out, like, my girlfriend at the time had just broken up with me. And I remember being like, every time I hear this song, it just makes me upset. Like, I don't think it's a bad song. I don't have a great memory with it. But I did notice, like, okay, the singles this time around are definitely more pop-focused than, like, having that country feel. Red as a whole, like, I'm noticing, it's not like this is a full-on pop album, but the singles are more pop-focused. Some of the songs almost, like, I think the title track, and I don't remember the name of the first track, 'cause I think Red is number 2, I almost felt a bit more rocky. I'm like, okay, like, this album is more eclectic than I thought it was going to be, and that's not a bad thing. I don't know how much I love it. It's one of those, like, I'm respecting it, but I don't know how much I love it. But I think the individual tracks are still, like, solid. So that's music. For shows, 2 seasons of 30 Rock, occasional Pony from Jose. It's pretty much been it, because Seed was, I think, in May, maybe April. I think that was May. And then Fiona and Cake Season 2 was in May. And then in terms of movies, The Amazing Digital Circus finale, Backrooms, Toy Story, the Zombieland Saga movie. Still haven't seen Obsession. I don't know when I'm going to see Obsession, but I do want to see it at some point. And games, playing Smash, played some Fate. I ended up dropping Fate. But we'll see. I know Ruby Night comes out in July. Because I've been paying attention to that, because I really liked that demo. I was like, I want to play this game when it comes out. Sorry, like, those are all my notes. I'm like, I really want to play this when it comes out. I keep following it. Okay, we have a date. I think it's the end of July. So there's kind of that part of me that's like, okay, whatever I play, I want to make sure I'm done by this time so I can play this. I mean, I guess Star Fox comes out, not even a week, comes out like tomorrow or so. But I don't know, I don't feel like super hyped and excited to play it. So, okay. I know I have a list of games. I think, like, for me, essentially my goal this year has been, it's not just let me go through my backlog, it's what are the things on my backlog that have been here for a fat minute? Like, I have been wanting to play Horizon, like the Trails game, for a really long time. Octopath 2 for a really long time. Rain Code. Playing, like, Fate SR. things that have been here for several years now. So, like, Higurashi and Psychonia, those have been things I've been wanting to read for a really long time now. So, like, I know Clay really wants me to play Sekiro, and a lot of that, it's like, dude, I know you don't like Souls games, but everything you love about Stellar Blade, I think you'd really like Sekiro. And I'm like, okay, like, that's tempting. That is. Sekiro's been out for several years, but I haven't really wanted to play it for several years. I've probably now only wanted to play it for like a couple months, so I don't think that counts. Sorry. But, I mean, we'll see what happens, but a lot of the other things on my list are like, okay, these are like some kind of longer RPGs, and I don't know if that's really what I'm looking for at the moment. Like some Tales games, a lot of Tales games actually that I need to play. I might pick up like Final Fantasy 16, but like that's on my list, but that it doesn't have that same feel of like this has been on my list for a long time. So like I said, I was gonna do Psychonia, but apparently it's just a canceled project, so I don't really want to do it. And Higurashi's a lot longer than I expected, so I don't know. And we'll see. We'll figure it out. I think that's it. I'll see it.